Hi, my friends. Today we are practicing outside by the pool. So if you hear a splash, that's not me falling in. This week's theme is hips, and I will guide you through a yoga flow you can do right now at home. If you can't make it to our class, this video is perfect to follow along. So grab your mat and a block if you have one, and let's get started. 2 rounds of sun salutations. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, hands on mat, step back in plank pose. Knee, chest, chin to cobra or chaturanga to upward facing dog. Look forward. Exhale, roll on your toes and head back to downward facing dog again. Inhale, press your chest to sides. Exhale, bend your knees, hop forward or step forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold, hang your head. Inhale, all the way up. Rise to stand, Tadasana. Exhale, hands on your heart. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hands on mat and step back, plank pose. Inhale, chaturanga to upward dog or drop your knees as needed. Exhale, downward dog. Arms straight, spine nice and long, hips up and back, bend knees as needed. Paddling your feet, bicycle your knees as needed. And now pivot your heels to the left and to the right. Stretch your side body here. Back to center. And we lift our right foot and step forward, outside of right hand, left foot outside of left hand, squatting down into your yogic squat here, Malasana pose. Inhale, rise up, mountain pose. Exhale, back into your squat. Inhale, press it back into tabletop. Cat-cow, inhale. Lower your belly, look forward. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale, draw your chest forward, look forward. Exhale, navel to spine and round in. Inhale, belly melts, shoulders slip back. Exhale, tuck your toes, head back in downward facing dog. Rescan your alignments and reconnect to the base of your breath. Inhale, left foot up, outside of left hand, right foot outside of right hand. Squat down in your Malasana pose. Engage your legs, knee track your toes, left hand down, right hand rise up. And remember, right knee track your right toes. Hands together as you exhale, the other hand rise up as you inhale. Hands together, back to Malasana pose. Inhale, press to stand. Tadasana pose. Exhale, hands down, squat into your Malasana garland pose again. Now, step back into a tabletop. Inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, flat back. Then we thread the needle, right hand to the sky as you inhale, and exhale, thread it underneath your left armpit. Rest your ear, your shoulder on the floor on your block. Inhale, raise it up back to the sky. Hands down, switch sides, left hand to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath your right armpit this time. Feel the stretch in your lower back. Inhale, hand back to the sky, and exhale, hand down. Tuck your toes under, head back into a downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg up into three-legged dog. Turn your right toes and the top of the thigh out to the right. Lift higher. Bend the knee, let the foot drop towards the opposite side. Scorpion variation. Square your chest to the back of the mat. To come out, square your hips. Draw your knee to your elbow, tap and touch, then kick it back. Exhale, step forward outside the right hand, toes out, knee track the toes. Hands or fingertips down or use blocks. Circle the hips one way and then the other way. And notice where your body needs a little extra care and where it feels more open. Come back to center. and walk your hands toward the back foot. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Heel can lift or lower your choice. Sink into side lunge. Sit on a block if needed. Flex the right toes, drop the left hand, and reach the right arm up. Hands back to the mat. Crawl to runner's lunge again. Spin onto your back toes and step it back into your downward facing dog again. Let's take the other side. Paddle out your feet, reconnect with your breath. Inhale, left leg up, turn your toe side out. Lift higher, bend the knee, drop the foot across. Reach your left armpit to the bottom corner of the mat. To exit, square your hips first, and then knee to elbow. Tap and touch. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, tap again. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, step outside your left hand. And then circle your hips. Small and mindful, feel the space in your joints. And notice where you feel the stretch. Hips, thighs, maybe even the lower back. And heel toe the foot to the center. And then crawl your hands back. Sink into your side lunge. Use a block under your hips if you like. Right heel down or lifted. Toes out, knee track the toes. Press arm to knee. Lift the other arm up, open your chest. Then release. Hands down, return to runner's lunge and step back to downward facing dog. And you can bend the knees, bicycle the knees one end after the other. And then pause here. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, step outside your right hand into lizard. Stay on fingertips or use blocks, or lower to forearms if it feels right. Let the hips sink forward. Keep the front knee tracking the toes. Hands to prayer position. Back knee can stay lifted or lower it down if your knees are sensitive. Come on to the fingertips and heel toe your right foot to center. Feet on twin tracks. Rise into high lunge. Square hips forward, arms up, back leg strong, or micro bend if needed. Fingertips reach, shoulders soften. Then pivot the back heel down, open to warrior two. Front heel lines with back arch, toes slightly in. Arms parallel, gaze over front hand. Straighten the front leg and arms up and overhead, reverse version of triangle pose. Exhale, lengthen forward into triangle, hand to shin, block, or ankle. Both sides of waist long, chest open. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Lean back. Exhale, side angle, elbow to side, or hand to block or floor. Top arm reaches up, chest open. Inhale, come back to warrior two. And then cartwheel the hands down. Step the foot across to center. Lower your shin gently. Extend the back leg into pigeon pose. Square your hips forward. Option blanket under hip. Stay upright, shoulders back. Option to bend the back knee and reach the toes to stretch your quad. And then release your back leg, come back to center, square your hips forward and forward fold. Come onto your hands, your fingertips, or your forearms, maybe on the blocks. Forehead on the floor or on your prop as needed. Inhale, reach your hands walking back and tuck your toes under. Place your right hand outside your hip and lean right, sweep your leg all the way forward. Right sole to left side, knee open, flex the left foot. Inhale, arms up, exhale, fold from hips. Hands to shin, ankle, or foot. Bend knee if needed, spine nice and long. Inhale, rise up, cross your right knee over left, foot by the hip. Sit tall, blanket under hip if needed. You can extend the bottom leg or bend with foot outside the hip. Squeeze thighs in to find space. Hands on feet, stay tall or fold forward. If you find any pinching sensation, stay back and release your legs. Cow fist pose gently releases tight hips and gives a deep stretch through the outer hips and thighs. Inhale to exit and come back to center. Hands behind you, lean back and release your legs. And then boat pose, feet flat, lift into boat. Balance on sit bones, spine long, core engaged, arms forward, toes spread, heart lifted. Breathe here. Exhale, feet down, hands behind. Inhale, lift hips to upward tabletop. Chest open, shoulders back, gaze up softly. Engage your thighs, exhale, lower it down. Then cross your legs, lean forward, and step back into downward facing dog. Let's take the other side. You always remember that you can always bend your knees lower down into child's pose. Inhale, left leg up, step it forward outside the left hand. Lizard pose, fingertips or blocks under hands, or lower forearms if accessible. Hips sink forward, front knee tracks over toes. Stay here with your breath. Spine nice and long, drop your back knee as needed. And come onto fingertips and heel to your foot to the midline. Feet on train tracks for balance and press to stand. Arms rise overhead, high lunge. Hips square forward, back leg strong. Pivot the back heel down, open to the right, warrior two. Front heel lines with back arch, arms wide, shoulders over hips. Gaze over front hand. Straighten the front leg, reach the arm, overhead reverse triangle. Exhale, hinge forward, left hand to shin, ankle or block. Right arm up, chest open. Inhale, re-bend the front knee. Sweep the left arm up and back, reverse warrior. Front knee steady. Exhale, lean forward. Left elbow to thigh or hand inside the foot, right arm to the sky. Lengthen side body, chest open, extended side angle. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel hands down. Step into lunge. Lower shin for pigeon. Square the hips. Stay tall. You can fold forward. If you are struggling with the balance, slide a folded blanket under your hip to help you square your hips forward. And option to bend the back knee and raise the toes for quad stretch. Release back to center and the left hand outside of hip and lean to your side. Sweep your leg all the way forward into Janu Shirshasana. Sit tall, then fold from the hip crease. Keep the spine long as you fold. Hinge from your hips, not the lower back. Flex extended foot to protect the knee. If the hamstring feels tight, bend the knee a little. Rise up, stack knees into cow fist pose. Bottom foot by opposite hip if accessible, or straighten the bottom leg. Blanket under hips if needed. Sit tall or fold forward. Remember, each side feels different. That's quite normal. Cow fist legs give a deep stretch, a deep release through the inner thighs and hips. The stretch helps open your tight areas we use a lot in daily life, like walking, sitting, or even cycling. To release, hands behind your back and lean back. Release your legs, feet flat, knees up, and we come into boat pose. Lean back on your sitting bones, lift both feet, core strong. Spine long, arms forward or hands behind your thighs. This pose fires up your core, strengthens your hip flexors, and builds balance and focus. Feet down, hands behind you. Inhale, lift your hips upward facing tabletop. Open chest and hip flexors. Exhale, lower it down. Now roll onto your mat. Feet flat, knees bent. Let's try a spine version of cow fist legs. Cross your right knee over your left, squeeze your inner thighs, then draw the legs in toward your chest. Hands can hold the ankles or the backs of the thighs. Release. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a reclined pigeon. Flex your right foot to protect your knee and draw the legs toward your chest. Shoulders relaxed. Switch sides. Left ankle over right thigh, same setup. Hands behind the thighs or on the shin. Maybe gently press the thighs open with your elbow to feel the outer hip. From here, cross the legs again and stack the knees, the spine version of cow fist. And hug the legs in, feel the inner thighs working. It takes pressure off the pelvis and the knees compared to the seated one. Then release. Draw both knees into your chest and curl your forehead up toward your knees. Exhale all the air out. And finally, let it go. Stretch the legs out, arms down, and melt into Shavasana. Let your whole body soften into the mat. This final rest helps your nervous system absorb the benefits of today's practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. May you carry this sense of ease and support with you off the mat as well. Don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and tell me what you'd love to learn next. Namaste.